Jack finds Maya injured at the station and takes her to Grey Sloan. Sullivan tells Ross that he is willing to wait for her so that she can put her career first. Carina wants Maya to recover from her injuries and commits her to forced treatment. Bishop is having therapy with Dr. Diane Lewis. She has a breakthrough when she realizes that she has a need to win to avoid disappointing her father. Gibson is back on the team to fill in for Bishop. Dixon is trying to use the previous incident with Ross, involving a possible police civil rights violation, to boost his mayoral campaign. At the press conference, Ross credits Crisis 1 instead and invites officers to receive the training. Herrera wants Beckett to improve his leadership, but it is revealed that Beckett continues to drink on the job. At the memorial clinic, DeLuca flirts with a pregnant woman that she is treating, and Gibson notices. Sullivan is treating a drunk man that Beckett wants to send to a hospital. It is revealed that the man is Beckett's uncle. Illy rides along with Herrera and Montgomery to get campaign footage and ends up injured. Illy asks Herrera out on a date, and she accepts. Bishop contacts DeLuca, but Carina needs more time apart. Stations 19 and 88 are running a training exercise led by Beckett. Cooper, from Station 88, used to serve under Beckett and calls him a great captain. An accident occurs during the exercise and Copper is injured and later dies. Reese asserts that Beckett's drinking led to Cooper's death. Meanwhile, Gibson's biological sister, Brooke, and her friend come to the station injured after driving while intoxicated. Gibson disapproves, which upsets Brooke. However, after her friend loses consciousness and is sent to the hospital, they forgive each other. Montgomery is conducting radio interviews with Eli from Herrera's apartment. He excels after learning to speak from the heart instead of from a script. Eli later comes to the station to return Herrera's keys, and they kiss. The team gets a call for a fire at the barbershop in Ruiz's old neighborhood. Fearing Beckett's mental state, the team decides to ignore him and lets Herrera take command of the situation. Beckett chooses to run into the shop to rescue a man and nearly dies. Maya confesses to Warren that she gave alcohol to Beckett. Ross makes sure that the investigation into Beckett's involvement in the training accident is impartial. So Beckett announces that he is taking a leave of absence. Ross wants Herrera to be acting captain, but Andy declines and recommends Sullivan. Instead, Ross names Reese acting captain. Montgomery is at a debate when he notices an exposed cable. He tapes the cable in front of the audience and uses it as a metaphor for how he will fix the city as mayor. Eli and Montgomery celebrate his performance and end up having sex. Dixon shows Bishop photos of Sullivan and Ross in bed together. Ross learns that Sullivan is considering a position in another city because he was passed over for captain. Warren and Bishop are called to rescue a trapped pregnant woman who previously flirted with DeLuca. Carina is called when she needs to deliver the baby. Herrera finds out that Montgomery and Eli slept together, and Travis learns that Eli and Andy kissed. Bishop tells DeLuca and Herrera about the photos of Ross and Sullivan. Herrera and Bishop show Ross the photos of her and Sullivan. Dixon wants Ross's endorsement in exchange for his silence about the photos. Ross goes to the firefighters' union and admits her relationship with Sullivan. The team is called to a fire at an overcrowded clean living house. Warren falls through the roof while inspecting it and breaks his arm. He finds two men trapped in the house, but he can only carry one of them out before Ruiz calls a retreat. A firefighter named Kate Powell, who knows Ruiz, substitutes for Warren while he is injured. The mayor has called on Ross to resign, which she plans to do. Herrera convinces her to fight for her position to keep her legacy intact. Warren continues to feel guilty for not saving a man who was trapped in the fire on the previous episode. His friend, whom he saved, is in the hospital and Warren stays by his bedside. When he wakes up, he angrily kicks out Warren and Ben has a breakdown. Beckett returns to the station on probation. He apologizes to the team and confesses that he feels guilty that he may have caused his friend's death. He announces that he would not be seeking his captaincy back, and his behavior worries Hughes. This is election day, and the station is serving as a ballot drop-off location. Montgomery apologizes to Eli for dropping out of the race. Ross announces that Warren will be awarded a Medal of Valor for saving a man while injured, but he does not want it. Herrera, Sullivan, and Ruiz have applied to be the permanent captain for Station 19. On a call, the three fight to stand out so they can make the best case. Meanwhile, Beckett has called in sick, and Hughes lies to Ruiz so that she can check on him. She is badgering him with questions because she is worried that Beckett will commit suicide. After the two share their losses while on the job, Beckett has a breakdown, and he decides to return to rehab. Dixon loses the election, and LA accepts Montgomery's apology. Gibson meets with his biological sister, who has found his foster sister. When DeLuca learns that Bishop did not apply to be captain so she could put her marriage first, she decides to move back in with Maya. The team attends the firefighters' ball, where Warren will receive his Medal of Valor. After some encouragement from Miranda, Warren accepts the award in honor of those who could not be saved. Gibson notices a pregnant waitress named Nanette. Ross privately tells Herrera that she will be named captain. The news leaks out, and Hughes wants to celebrate, which upsets Ruiz. At the ball, Ruiz and Hughes argue about their relationship. Later, Gibson catches Ruiz kissing Kate Powell. When smoke comes out of a wall, Ross has Herrera take command to find the source. She extinguishes the fire in the basement, but notices that the floor above is about to collapse. She tries to warn the guests, but people including Ross, Dixon, and Nanette fall into the hole. Bishop and DeLuca find Nanette and perform an emergency delivery of her baby. Sullivan finds and revives Ross, and they make up. Montgomery finds Dixon and tries performing CPR on Dixon, but he succumbs to his injuries and dies. The situation gets under control when suddenly Gibson collapses. Season 6 ended with Station 19 facing a future filled with uncertainty. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and comment your favorite part of this season. See you on the next video, Flicks and TV.